Hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Chinenye Ogwadima, a data professional from Nigeria. In this session, we'll be talking about thriving in an AI-driven world as a data professional. Make sure to look forward to my new videos every Mondays and Fridays. So let's get to it. Oh my God, AI is coming for our jobs. Okay, it feels so scary saying that out loud, but that's what we've seen on social media, in the news, how AI is coming for jobs, especially for people in the data space. Or maybe that's the news I see because I am in the data space. But in this video, I'll be talking about how I'm maximizing AI to optimize my role and how you can do the same. Did you know that you can use AI to learn? So personally, I use AI to learn. I find it easier because sometimes there are some questions that you might not be so open to ask because you're afraid to look silly. Just check out this podcast on making Gen AI work. I think they also mentioned, someone mentioned a use case about using AI to work on a project and she could ask any question at all that came to her mind. And imagine this, you're working on a data project and you just keep facing errors and you cannot exactly see what is wrong, what am I doing wrong in this code. And all you have to do is like maybe take a screenshot or copy the code and then ask AI tools like ChatGPT, because I'm more familiar with that, but there are other tools out there like Cloud, and so many others. So you paste this to the ChatGPT tool and then ask like, okay, see, I'm trying to figure out this and it keeps getting an error. Can you help me see what's wrong with my code or how to solve it? And then within minutes you like get your answer to that. It's super mind blowing and such an effective way to learn. Also, when working with platforms like Google Colab, and then you discover an error in your code, sometimes it links you to articles or questions related to the problem you're facing on Stack Overflow, which is such an effective way to code. So most of my coding work, I use Google Colab or VS Code. You know what? Still these steps that I used to learn with ChatGPT. So I'm using ChatGPT as a blanket word for AI tools. So whatever AI tools you use, just use it for this. So the first thing is using ChatGPT as a tool to create a system, to create a structure around your learning journey, around your goals. So let's use a hypothetical example. Let's say someone that wants to become an AI professional in the next 5 years. So what you want to do is give the AI to a little bit of context about who you are, certain skills that you want, and then ask it to create a roadmap. So let's use this example. I am a software engineering undergraduate in my first year of study. I have an average level knowledge on C++ and Python, but I'm looking forward to specializing in the machine learning aspect of it. Can you create a system and roadmap in a tabular format that I can follow in order to become a successful machine learning engineer at Google in the next 5 years? What I've done is write this prompt. I tweaked it a bit and I would be copying out this prompts in the description or just somewhere in this video. Then we've pasted the prompt and then we're going to let ChatGPT do its magic. So it's loading and voila, here we have it. So you see that it's creating it in a table. I use the tabular format because it's just simpler and easier to understand this way. And then you can see that it even went ahead to give like focus areas for topics, breaking it down into years, and then adding resources. So if you want it to be more granular, you can ask it to like really break down, okay, can you break down year one into months, year two into months, so that it just looks simple, super simpler to follow. As a beginner, you can use AI to create business questions for your data sets. So what do I mean by business question and why is this important? So maybe you've watched my how to transition into data video and you've learned, and maybe you're trying to practice and get data sets to really showcase your skills. When working on this data set, sometimes you need business questions or kind of like data questions that will guide your process and the output of your data. So sometimes when working on data set, especially maybe when you're working, your boss might want you to answer like specific questions like, can I know how this product, like the reach is going in terms of like marketing, how many people have bought this product? So these are questions. But when it comes to practicing as a beginner, sometimes the data sets don't have explicit questions that you can work with. So you're with this data set with, lots of information, lots of numbers, but you don't exactly know where to start and where to end. So this is where using ChatGPT or maximizing AI tools can really come in. So what you can do, just first of all, double check that the data sets, you can use it publicly. And then you can upload these data sets, like the CSV file, to ChatGPT and then ask it to generate certain questions because you want to work on it as a project, as part of your portfolio to showcase maybe skills in data analysis, skills in data visualization, and then it could come up with 5 questions that could guide you. Or you can choose to describe the data set, an overview of the data set. So usually on platforms like Kaggle, before you download the data set, you would see a brief description of what the data set is about, how many columns it has, and some of those things. So you can copy it into ChatGPT and say, hey, this is the description of the data set that I have. Can you come up with 5 case study questions, business questions, depending on your use case, that I can use to work on this data set for my portfolio? And then it will show you some answers. You can keep on asking to reiterate, but it helps you to get over your head like, oh my God, this data set, where do I start from? Where do I end? So it just makes this process easier. Develop skills in AI explainability, ethics, and governance. The truth is, it's not everybody that is going to code. It's not everybody that is going to be a data visualization specialist in the AI and data world. There still needs to be people that would explain how AI works, make sure that AI is being used ethically, and create systems and structures that ensures the ethical use of AI. Because AI is really kicking off in our world, but who is going to be ensuring that people are using this ethical? Who is going to create systems that ensure that AI systems is fair and unbiased? And who is going to work in collaboration with governments, companies to create individual or internal AI system that works for them? So these are other fields, other aspects of AI and data that we can also think about, that we can also explore in our journeys. So good luck and see you in the next video.